and welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books. How are you all? Are you all wonderful? Today I am revisiting my Lit Chat series. Now Lit Chat is a little selection of cards I've got here that were published by Book Riot, who are a podcast, a bookish podcast. I'm sure you're all aware of them. There's 100 bookish questions in here and I'm working my way through I'm doing some on my own, some with some pals, and today is time to do one on my own. And the book cover it's got on the front here is Where the Wild Things Are. And the question is, do you have a favourite picture book? What do you love most about it? Now the second part is, do you still read books meant for children or young adults? Why or why not? So I'll start with my favourite picture book, and it's actually one that I had when I was a child, lost because I don't know why. I'm sure it got sold at a boot fair or something, and rebought online when I discovered that I could rebuy it online. And it's one that I've never seen mentioned on BookTube before, so I'm very, very excited about it. And it is Puzzle Island it's devised, written and illustrated by Paul Adshead. And I'll explain why devised is is one of the words they use here, because this isn't just a normal picture book. This is a sort of activity book. And I remember my dad buying this for me, and me settling down and giving it a good go. But also I remember my mum and dad staying up late and doing this, because it's, as well as being a picture book with a story, it's also, I feel like that's really taken over the screen, it's also a puzzle book. So it's told as an adventure story with entries into each adventure told here. So for instance, it starts here, July the 18th 1890, welcome to Puzzle Island, I knew I could count on you. And each page has that, but then on the next page is a picture of a landscape relating to what's been spoken about there, and around the edges there are alphabets. Now the alphabet letters that are missing spell out an animal which is hidden in this page. So for instance, here we've got A, C and T missing, which obviously spells cat. But you don't just look in this book and think, oh look, there's a giraffe, oh there's a cat. No, this cat is hidden within this picture. Now I did this so many times when I was younger that I know exactly where all of these pictures are, exactly where all of these animals are, which is a shame because I love doing it so much. And if anyone knows of any books like this, any picture books like this, please, please, please let me know, particularly if they're good for adults, because I love shit like this. I will tell you that the cat here is the elephant's reflection in the sea. If I turn in the pool, if I turn it upside down, you can see the cat. I'll also do another one just to give you a further idea. Let's have a look. Oh, here we go. So A, B, C's missing, O's missing, and W's missing. Cow. Where is the cow? Let me see if I can remember where the cow is. Yes, I can. I'll go straight to it. So here, there are some monkeys on a branch, and then if you can see, you might not be able to see facing this way, but the outline of the branch makes up a cow. There's a cow. So yeah, so this was my favourite book. So as the book goes on, the missing letters get longer, and that becomes more of a challenge as well, that you've got to find you've got to work out what animal you're looking for. But the artwork in this is amazing, alone, without having hidden animals in it. And I just adore it. And I really, really, really would love to know if there are any other books out there like this. I've got a feeling I looked at the other Paul Adshead books and none of them were as impressive as this one. But I really, really loved this book as a child and would love to know if anybody else knew anything about it, because it was just amazing. Like, it was just so exciting. I used to also really love the Crystal Maze books, which had a lot of like puzzle stuff, but none were as good as this book. Also, so when you finished, because it does give you the answers at no, it doesn't give you the answers, but it does, when you get to the end, it gives you further, like, another excitement thing to do. So it's just the book that keeps on giving. And I only wish that going back to this, I didn't remember where all the animals were as much as I used to, because it just gave me so much joy the first few times I did this. But now I just know it all off by heart. I even know where the one is hidden on this front cover. Naughty me. So yeah, so that was my favourite picture book as a child. The second part of this story is, do you still read books meant for children or young adults? Why or why not? I do still read books meant for children or young adults, and I get a lot of joy from them. particularly not just when I'm reading them to young people. So I've got a goddaughter called Molly, and I love to read to her, but I also love reading books for myself, like particularly picture books. I just love, I've got some here, for example, Franklin's Fine Bookshop is one I've got here. I've got The Worm and the Bird by Coralie Bickford Smith, and The Fox and the Star. So for me, if I'm buying them, it's because I want the beautiful artwork in them, but I also I am very, very partial to a lovely children's story. But I also really, really enjoy reading children's books. So for example, Harry Potter. I can't do one of these stories without, I can't do one of these cards without mentioning Harry Potter. Those are children's books. Maybe they got to young adult books or adult books by the end of them, but they primarily started off as children's books, and I reread them yearly, as they're just a complete treat to me. And I do enjoy one that I'm really looking forward to reading as well this year. Excuse. Is Nevermore, The Trials of Morrigan Crow by Jessica Townsend. This is the first in a series of 9, I think it's going to be, and the second one is out this October. So I'm sort of holding off of this until September so that I can read the first and the second together, but I've got really, really high hopes for this. But yeah, I do enjoy reading children's books. YA is a bit more questionable, because some of the themes in YA aren't always things for me. Sometimes there's a lot of like angst going on, and angst in a book isn't one of my favourite things to read, but definitely children's books and some YA, yeah, I do still enjoy reading it. So if you guys, as I always say at the beginning of these videos, and I haven't done so today, if you would like to join in with me on this chat, then please comment below and let me know and answer the following questions. Do you have a favourite picture book? What do you love most about it? Do you still read books meant for children or young adults? Why or why not? And I will write that question down below. I'll also put a link to where you can buy these, because they're such fun. I've really been enjoying working my way through these and thinking about some bookish questions and stuff. They're really, really good fun. So I'll put a link down below for those if you're interested in buying them, and I will see you all again soon for another booktube video. Goodbye!